Adrian, given the events of this week, when did you start thinking about your job slightly differently?
Yeah, I've always been focused on making sure that I did the best job I could for 12 months, and leading up to this week, that's always been the case. But obviously, with the change, need to put some consideration into what happens moving forward. So, probably not the ideal week to do it this week. So I'll just delay that another week and make sure that I speak with the club next week and see what direction that it's heading in.
Given the things that have happened this week, it must almost be a relief to have one of the biggest games of the season on Friday.
Yeah, for sure. It's been a pretty difficult start to the season. I think we've got 10 players out at the moment, and it's been hard to get cohesion. But big Easter Friday has always been the local derby that the players love playing in. I've been fortunate enough to experience that myself through my playing time here. But the players are pumped. I know the crowd, whether it's Wigan or St Helens fans, will fill the stadium, and it'll be massive and exciting for rugby league right across the world. It's one of the best atmospheres to play in, and I know the players are excited and ready to go.
Your first home derby as a head coach, does it come with added responsibility, a bit more added weight this week?
Oh yeah, I think what comes with added weight or responsibility this week is making sure that we play and perform well. We've been in every game during the whole season at some stage to win it, so we know we're going to be in this at some stage to win that. I just like to think that we can step up this week and win the big moments and make sure we come away with the win. We may have a few players coming back from injury, some senior players, which will certainly help the squad, and if we can get one or two of them back, I know that'll lift the confidence of the team.
Having experienced this as a player, does that make it easier for you to be able to manage your approach to this week?
Yeah, I think I understand it just as much as any player or fan or someone that's experienced it before. So, the best players stand up in these biggest games, and we've got a few there that if you've seen in the past, they've certainly owned this game. So hopefully they can get that leadership on Friday night and lead the young ones that are also part of this squad and get the job done.
And when you look at the full weekend, big opportunity, do you think, to really kick-start your season if you were to ever get 2 wins?
Yeah, at least this week we've got a few players that might be coming back into the team as opposed to players going out. So I think we've got 10 out at the moment, but there's Sean O'Loughlin, Ben Flower, and also Zach Hardacre that will come back into the side from last week. And if we can get a few of those pass through fitness tests at the end of the week and play Friday, it'll certainly lift the team, because it's a pretty tough weekend that all teams have to play, and you've got to prepare well with a big squad and make sure that you've got both games covered. So it's a tricky one, but one that we've prepared well for.
Is it a case of having to keep players' feet on the ground a little bit in these games, or do you think that added energy and excitement is a good thing in training?
No, look, I think this particular week everyone gets fired up for it, and you turn out, you run out there, and everyone's hyped, and it just, the whole game's just at the highest potential or the highest possible levels of rugby league you can play. So they won't need motivating for this Friday game. What we need to do is just make sure we play smart and get ourselves in a position to win, and then the senior players guide the team home towards the end.
When you made the decision to come back to Wigan this year, was it games like these that were a big part of that motivation? Oh,
look, without a doubt, this is one of the best games around the world in rugby league, and I know the players are excited. They've trained really well. I'm sure everyone will be a little bit nervous just because it's one of the biggest games of the year, and it's our home game. We want to hold the bragging rights after it, as do the Wigan fans, no doubt. And I'm just looking forward to getting a few players back and being the best team we can be.
Saints obviously going really well at the top of the table. How do you go about beating them?
Well, they are flying at the moment, but every team's beatable on their day, and I think form goes out the window in this particular derby on Easter Friday. So, we'd like that to happen again this Friday, but we need to start well. We need to be in control of the way that we play, and better than what we have been, and we need to upset some of their tactics just by being, having the energy to make sure that we get around the field and do what we need to do.
And there's plenty to talk about it being nice and warm on Friday, with the options you've got, particularly in your back three, the speed. Does warm weather footy on a fast track suit you?
I think it'd be great for TV and great for rugby league, because their back three, I'm sure they'd like to think that they're the best back three in the competition. So I think that'll be the biggest challenge in the game on the forward packs and the back three. So excited to watching that, and I think the drier the weather, if the sun's out, it'd be great for rugby league and great for Wigan and both teams.
And you mentioned that you've got a few players coming back, but still a bit of an injury list.
Yep.
How do you go about managing that when you've got 2 games in 4 days?
Yeah, that's the difficult part. You know, we've had to call on a few of our teenagers to come up from academy and play in the last 4 weeks, but you know that's fine as well. They're going to be a big part of Wigan moving forward in the future. And they we're always going to play a role in this club. Maybe not as soon as they have, but you know, by doing that, I've also had a look at the potential of them, and there's some great signs moving forward.